Welcome to the Deep Dive. This is where we take sources you send us and, well, we dig into them to find the really interesting stuff.
Helping you get well-informed efficiently.
Exactly. And you've sent us something pretty exciting this time. It's a review from The Scoop, all about the new Annie revival happening in Sydney, Australia.
Right, and there's been quite a bit of buzz, hasn't there?
Oh, yeah, the energy around it feels, I don't know, infectious. They mentioned this Easy Street clip.
The one that's everywhere online.
That's the one. Apparently it hit like 250,000 views.
Wow.
And the comments, stuff like, Broadway is so back.
Okay, so that's interesting framing right there.
Totally. So that's our mission for this deep dive.
Yeah.
Let's unpack this review. What's it really telling us about, musical theater right now? Is this Annie maybe a sign of something bigger?
Oh, the first thing that really hits you from this review is just how positive it is. Like, overwhelmingly so.
Yeah.
The reviewer actually says it proves a golden age of musicals has returned. Which is, that's a bold statement.
A very bold statement. Okay, so
Well,
does the review back that up? What's the evidence they're pointing to?
right, let's look at that. First off, the audience reaction sounds pretty intense.
Oh, so?
Sold-out crowds, apparently. People dressing up, wearing red, really getting into the spirit of it. It sounds less like just seeing a show and more like, well, an event.
It's celebration.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
And the review notes, it wasn't just, polite clapping. Actual cheers when characters came on stage.
Oh, wow.
And huge reactions for the big numbers. They mentioned the fully dressed kick line.
A classic.
And Easy Street, of course. That kind of enthusiasm, that deep engagement, it really suggests people are connecting strongly. They want this.
That makes sense. It's not just nostalgia then. It's something active happening now.
Absolutely. That level of audience investment is it's a really powerful indicator.
Yeah.
And something else interesting here, the connection to the past.
Oh, yeah. How so?
The review highlights the involvement of Trudy Dunn as the resident director and Mackenzie Dunn playing Lily St. Regis. Now, Trudy is the daughter and Mackenzie the granddaughter of Kevin Johnston and Jill Perryman.
Key figures from the original 1978 Australian production, right?
Professor, so you've got this family legacy woven into the revival. It creates this sense of heritage, of continuity.
That's actually really lovely. It connects the present excitement back to its roots.
And that clearly resonates. But beyond the feeling and the legacy, the sheer talent on display, the review just raves about the cast.
Okay, let's get into that. Who stood out? Annie herself, presumably.
Yes, Dakota Chanel, described as having a refreshingly sweet demeanor, and her voice, crystalline.
Maurice.
Apparently it's a slightly maybe softer take on Annie than some we've seen, which makes songs like Maybe and Tomorrow especially poignant, according to the reviewer.
Interesting. A fresh take. They even mention her hair.
Yes. The evolution of the iconic wig throughout the show gets a specific mention. Attention to detail.
So a nuanced Annie. That's cool. What about Warbucks? Big shoes to fill.
Huge. And Anthony Warlow seems to be nailing it. The review calls him a living national treasure.
Wow.
Says he seems born to play Warbucks. And they mention his soul-stirring warmth.
That warmth is key for Warbucks.
Totally.